It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the movies of Memorial Day weekend 2000, May 26th to be exact. Two movies to look at, two of the big new releases, so let's go ahead and jump on into it, and we'll start off with the biggest of the two new releases, Tom Cruise returning as Ethan Hunt in John Woo's Mission Impossible 2.
Agent located.
Ethan, we've got a problem.
On May 24th. You gotta be kidding.
Summer begins.
I don't think I can do it.
This is not mission difficult, Mr. Hunt.
With the impossible.
It's mission impossible.
Paramount Pictures presents
Bring him me.
Having fun?
Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible 2, rated PG-13, starts Wednesday, May 24th.
So Mission Impossible 2 is, of course, the sequel to Mission Impossible, the one directed by Brian De Palma. And you can definitely tell the differences between this movie and that movie, and which movie ended up being better in the long run. But I digress. The story in this time around is that Ethan Hunt is recruited by the Impossible Missions Force, IMF, to find and destroy a dangerous biological weapon called Chimera from a rogue IMF agent named Sean Ambrose, who's played by Dougray Scott with the help of his new girlfriend, played by Tandy Newton. And talk about a major step down in quality compared to the last movie. I mean, I swear, if you took out the Mission Impossible theme song and Anthony Hopkins reciting the famous line from the series in the trailer for this, you wouldn't swear that this wasn't actually a Mission Impossible movie. I mean, you can't even tell what the hell is going on in here. They took Mission Impossible and turned it into the most generic and bland action movie of all time while trying to make it edgy and cool and hip to the kids in the 2000s. And they failed miserably at it. Yeah, the action sequences can be awesome at times, but, you know, I always say visuals don't make the movie, and this is one where that definitely sticks up here. The script for this is just a mess. The cast is just stock, generic action characters. Even Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt is basically our carbon copy version of his former self. I mean, Tandy Newton is there to just be the damsel in distress. Dougray Scott is your generic action bad guy, and it's just a poorly written movie on so many different levels. And this is a movie that almost killed John Woo's career. I mean, he was kept out of the editing room during post-production so much for this film that it was actually re-edited by the studio, and it literally ruined Woo's reputation as a Hollywood action director after breaking out with Face Off a couple years ago, and he had to go back to doing Hong Kong action films for a number of years. But I mean, slowly but surely he's coming back. But you know, it's bad when even What's New Scooby-Doo is parroting this. There's an episode of that show where you have a John Woo-like director who's forced to direct a terrible script and make it after he made an international hit and try to get out of it. He essentially becomes a villain trying to sabotage his own project to get out of it. And if What's New Scooby-Doo is making fun of your mistakes, directing something horrible, you know you've messed up. I mean, this is a film that is just as generic and as bad as a Hollywood overbloated sequel as you can get. It's the Lost World Jurassic Park of this franchise. Nothing about it works. It's a badly written film. It's a generic action mess. And it would take a good 6 years for this franchise to find some relevancy again. And you could thank J.J. Abrams for that, but we'll get to that when we get to 2006. But not much more to say about that one. Mission Impossible 2 is a bad, bad movie. So, with that said, on to our last film, and that is Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson in the comedy Shanghai Noon.
Who are you?
I'm Imperial Guard from the Forbidden City. A princess has been kidnapped. To get her back, they sent an army. Of one.
My name's John Wayne.
John Wayne? That's a terrible cowboy name.
Jackie Chan. Shanghai Noon.
Stay.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 26th.
Gotta love how Owen Wilson's not even marketed in the trailers for this, even though he's the second big star in the movie behind, obviously, Jackie Chan. But you have Jackie Chan playing Chan Wang, of course, John Wayne. It's a 19th century Western, so it makes sense. He's a clumsy Imperial Guard to the Emperor of China, and when Princess Pei Pei, played by Lucy Liu, which these names are very childish the more I think about it, is kidnapped from the Forbidden City, Wang feels personally responsible and insists on joining the guards sent to rescue the princess, who has been whisked away to the United States. In Nevada and hot on the trail of kidnappers, Wang is separated from the group and soon finds himself an unlikely partner with Roy O'Bannon, played by Owen Wilson, a small-time robber with delusions of grandeur. Together, the two force onto one misadventure after another. And to be quite honest, when I saw this movie back then, I don't remember being too much of a fan of it. Like, I bought the movies that is pre-owned from Blockbuster, both Shanghai Noon and its sequel Shanghai Nights, and I don't remember too much about them per se. I didn't remember if I liked them all that much or what, but But yeah, it took me a long time for me to come back to these movies and see if there was anything there that I was missing the first time around. I finally found it on Blu-ray for a reasonably low price at Walmart this year, so I decided, you know what, check them out again, see if they hold up, see if they're actually better than before, and it's kind of about what I thought about it the first time. It's not a bad movie per se. I think Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson work fine here. I wish the comedy was a little bit better, but the action sequences are a ton of fun to watch. Lucy Liu is a pretty interesting character. They actually give her something to do here besides being a typical damsel in distress, but she actually manages to do some action stuff in here, which actually works to the film's favor. Like I said, the comedy overall is okay, but it's nothing too spectacular or anything too groundbreaking overall. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more funnier. Like, I really wanted to see more from this, because there were elements that you could see are definitely working, but not enough for me to say that this is something that I definitely would see a lot more value of, even after all these years later. But as it is right now, it's just a film I'm just kind of like, it's fine. It's nothing too spectacular, nothing too great, but it's not a bad movie either. I mean, I've seen far worse movies that are in this buddy cop film genre, but this is just okay for what it is. It's perfectly salvageable. I think you can watch it and have a good time with it, but it's not one you're going to want to watch on repeat multiple times, honestly. So, just my thoughts on that one. So that's Shanghai Noon. And so on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. We only have one movie to look at next time, and that is Martin Lawrence and Big Mama's House, which, I mean, not really a movie I would want to do a full episode on, but I guess we have to do it because it's the only big new release of noteworthiness to come out next week. So we'll talk about Big Mama's House, but that'll be on the next episode. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the plays on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. So with that said, I'm off. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, take care.